More solar flares, more disruption. Oh, more sleepless nights, more headache, more migraines, more feeling pain in my joints, whatever it is that you're experiencing. Well, there is more coming. And I already believe I said this in a previous video that we are not out of the storm yet. But I would like to update you on some good stuff that's happening. So not just the bad stuff, and also remind you of what you can do not to be affected so much physically, emotionally by what is happening around us, and at the same time focus on your well-being. Like, subscribe, and share. Hi, my name is Lotfi Murat, and before we dive into today's subject, I would like to remind you that I do offer both coaching and mentoring, and the main differences are that with coaching, you may have a specific problem you want to resolve, a blockage you want to overcome, a trauma you want to heal, where with mentoring, you may have a path set in your mind, or maybe even already written it down, what your goals are, where you want to head to, and you need some guidance and somebody to hold you accountable, keep you on track, hold mirrors to you, be the person who can give you feedback, the person you can ask questions to when you're like, I don't really know what to do now. I really need to have a talk with someone who can help me get the bigger picture again, get clarity again, because I know what I want, but I'm stuck. I cannot see the forest through the trees at this moment. Well, that is mentoring. And mentoring generally is a long-term project, where coaching is more shorter term, specific for certain issues. And of course, coaching can also be long-term if you choose to work on several issues, one after the other, or a few in parallel sometimes. That is totally fine. And of course, remember, asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of strength, and it means you're smart. Because if you look around you and you see the people who are truly successful in life, I'm not only talking about the billionaires, because these definitely do it, but also other people, maybe people closer to you. These people ask for help. These people have someone to talk to in difficult times. These people have someone who's guiding them when they're about to lose track. So if you're smart, you start doing something like this. Either you look for a coach to help you resolve specific issues, or take this mentor who can guide you. And I'm offering both. I'm not saying you have to do it per se with me, but I'm offering it, and I have an extensive experience in it from both sides, as a coachee and a mentee, but also as a coach and a mentor. So I know how it is on both sides. Well, now this is done. Let's dive into this. So, our sun is still very active, and it's not going to stop. We're going to have a few more years of a lot of activity, and there's nothing wrong with that. And you don't need to be scared. There will be ejections, but there will not be these extreme mass ejections directed at Earth. And maybe you'll think like, this is crazy what I'm going to say, but do you remember that around 2017, I believe, plus minus 1 or 2 years, there were these black triangles that showed up on pictures of the sun? Well, that's why we're not in danger. You want to know more? Google it. We will get hit, but not by these that are having cataclysmic effects. But as we are electric beings, like I explained in previous videos, we are affected by the electromagnetic fields and these ejections from the sun. And there's a big corona hole that is about to send us some messages, let's say. And those who look at things from a spiritual angle see this as light coming to us. And this is in line with the changes that you see happening on planet Earth. If you pay attention, you see that more and more people are waking up to what is really happening. We have been asleep for a long time. Some of us woke up a bit earlier than others, but now you see more and more people are waking up to like, wow, I don't believe all those lies anymore. What are these stories? What's going on? Why are we doing this shit and that shit here and there on the planet? Why are we destroying the environment? Why are we killing people? Why are we spending so much money on weapons while there are other people who don't even have enough to eat in the same countries that are spending so much on weapons? And this is a change of slowly getting to mass awareness, mass awakening of people. And in the coming few years, we will see more of this. And this is why, for example, we see exposure of corruption, exposure of lies. Things are coming to the surface. More and more people start to see what's really happening. When you see something put big in the media and all the media are jumping on this one stupid story, and you look at it like, well, is that really that important? Who cares who that person had sex with? That doesn't mean that he cannot be good at math or at guiding a group of people or whatever. But then more and more people are like, okay, what are they actually not telling us? What are they hiding from us? Because we live in a world full of magicians. For the magician to make you believe the illusion, he will distract you with a smoke screen, literally, with an explosion, or with a beautiful woman walking in front of you, and then you will not pay attention to the other things happening on the other side. And there are experiments that have been done, I think I shared this also in my last video, where they have a group of people and they say, okay, they will throw the ball to each other and you need to count how many times the ball is going from one person to another. And there are 5 people or something. And you start looking and counting. And then later on they ask you, have you seen the black monkey? What? Yes, there was a black monkey. Actually somebody who put on a monkey suit in black and walked in between these people. And he walked a few times through it. And you wouldn't have seen it because you were so focused on the ball going there and there. You didn't see that the guy was, he was same size as the people and was just walking through the group a few times. And when you look back at the video, you're like, oh, yes, now I see him. Because now you're focused on seeing the monkey. And you see the same, like when you're focused, when you want to buy a certain car of a certain color or a certain brand, you will start to see it popping up everywhere. And if you change your mind, then you will start to see that other brand of cars everywhere. But you didn't see it before. So all this shaking up, literally and figuratively, is happening on all levels of humanity. In us personally, our lies are coming to the surface. Doesn't mean that everyone will know about everything that we were not truthful about. But it's more about how truthful were we towards ourselves. Have we been lying to ourselves that we are good at something or we want something and actually we don't want that, but we wanted to be liked or we wanted to be looked at in the same way as people are looking at this other person? You see often that men try to follow the example of their fathers. If they believe their father did certain thing and that was a great thing, they try to do the same. I did that. And the funny thing is that I'm 30 years younger than my father. So whatever my father did 30 years earlier, I cannot do the same thing because the world has already changed. And of course, I'm a different person. And I'm interacting with different people as well. So I cannot copy him. I can get inspired, but then I need to do my own thing. And often women chose their mothers as an example. Or if you don't have your father or your mother, you will find somebody else from the same gender as you who you look up to and inspires you. But get inspired, try not to copy. But we all do it. So at a certain moment we realize this, and then we awaken from the lie. And then we start to search within ourselves, who am I truly? Who is Lotfi for real? That's a question I ask myself for a long time. And it can be really annoying not to have the answer, especially at the beginning, like, what the fuck, I don't know who I am. If I'm not that, if I'm not my father, who am I actually? What am I supposed to do in this life? I thought that fighting for justice, for equality, and social equality, and that my colleagues have their rights respected and have better working conditions, just like my father did, and he was very good at it and he succeeded and he made changes for millions of people, so I should do the same, at least for a few thousand people. Well, I tried. And although I got a few things done, I got beaten up badly. And I didn't succeed like my father succeeded. And to be honest, I don't even know half of how many punches my father got doing what he was doing 30 years earlier. But I know how many punches I got. And in the end I realized, like, wait, but this is not really my path. Yes, my path may be helping people, may be inspiring people to have a better life, to learn to stand up for themselves, to learn to see more clearly the world around them, and not to be tricked by all the illusions. But that doesn't mean I need to do it the way my father did. The world has already changed. People are different. I also have different kind of friends than he had at that time. So I have a different kind of support than he had. Don't get me wrong. I have always had great people supporting me. Sometimes people who had more power than me were also supporting me. But because I was not doing what was really my personal mission in that time, I could not get the success I wanted or I thought I had to reach. And although I reached quite some interesting successes, it was not fully my path. It was my path to learn, but it was not my life mission as such. And now you may say, wow, lucky you, you know what your life mission is. Well, yes and no. Yes, it's like what I just described, but no, because things are constantly changing. So I need to adapt. And I cannot know today what tomorrow will be my role, because I don't know what tomorrow will look like, how things will be tomorrow. But I did manage to find my core purpose. And my actions have started to change to help me walk that path, walk that direction. It's not a very clear line. It's a direction. And depending on what's happening in life, I'm moving. A ship doesn't sail in a straight line because the ocean is moving. Not even in a river because the water is moving. Even when we are walking, we're not walking in a perfect straight line because there are vibrations around us, there are things affecting us, so we also zigzag. So coming back to the impact of everything that's happening around us now, grounding is essential. Physical grounding and energetic grounding. You can find these on my website. Under tips and tools, you'll find grounding, and then you'll find the different parts of grounding, the different things you can focus on and you can do. And I will be developing a course for grounding, cleaning, shielding, and recharging. I had to think of that last one. Also, being in the here and now means being aware of where you are now, right now. And that helps you to stay centered and to stay on your path. No matter what storms are hitting us, literally or figuratively, physically or energetically, electromagnetically. And I have made many videos, and I have also under relaxation on my website, you have the possibility to get access to a page for free. You just have to put your email address, where I have guided meditations and exercises for this, for grounding. And I felt I had to share this with you, because you may have heard me talk about it before, but then you may have forgotten. And I also sometimes forget, and then I start to get these physical discomforts, and I'm like, oh, I forgot. Oh, okay, this is a reminder. Get back on track. And no need to judge yourself when you do this. It happens. We all have all these things coming on our path, so it's easy to get distracted or to forget sometimes, because we get overwhelmed with certain things. And that's why you have reminders. You can put a reminder on your phone every day, like start with meditation, end with meditation, go to sleep, get up, or do this or do that, go have a walk in the park. All these things contribute. Drink enough water, stay hydrated, less coffee, less green tea or black tea, skip alcohol, less sugar. Oh, life is really boring now, right? No, life is not boring. We can eat and drink a lot of things and really have a lot of fun and enjoy them, and they don't need to be poisonous to us. I have under tips and tools, live healthier. You'll find a lot of videos and articles about things that we can do instead of the things that we're doing without thinking. And we can still have a great life. Actually, we can have a better life because we feel more fit, more energetic, lighter, literally, and have more fun in general. So if after all this you feel like I could really use some help with something, contact me. Ask me for help. On my website, you'll see here. This is basically the link to my website, intuitiv.me. And send me a message and tell me what it is you're struggling with and what you would like. See you in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Like, subscribe, and share.